So I want to run through a quick backtesting session using the ICT 2022 model. I just want to show you guys I guess what I've been doing and how to mark it out. It's been working pretty well. The thing about it is with ICC, I guess I never really did as much chart analysis, if that makes sense. I wasn't really looking at say PO3 and daily highs and stuff like that, or imbalances. And with this, I definitely am, and I feel like it's helping me just understand price action a lot better than I ever have. So I like to do a top-down analysis. So I start on the weekly, and what I'm doing here is just seeing if price is more likely to go up or down. So I do this by marking out highs and lows, so buy side liquidity, and then also imbalances. So I can see that we have a gap here that we never filled. So I would anticipate that price, it won't be this session for sure, but we may be making a way down there. Now we are very close to this buy side, so we most likely will probably take out this buy side first, but we'll just have to see what the other time frames are showing. So on the daily, all I'm doing is marking out really the most recent high and then low, and then seeing where price is more likely to draw to. So we're kind of at the 50% range between the high and low. Not really much. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so we have a gap here. So as you guys can see, the daily didn't really show much, right? It wasn't giving us much, but now we have another area where price might draw to, right? So now we kind of have a clearer idea. And let's see. Okay, there's another imbalance here. And along with that imbalance, there is this short-term high and these short-term highs. So honestly, from looking at this, we had quite a bit of bullish momentum. I'm thinking we're so close to this buy side, which is right next to that imbalance that we're probably going to tap into. But I definitely think we are going to fill this, probably this session. So from here, I'm going to drop down to the 1 hour. And as you guys can see, there's this huge imbalance on the 1 hour, right where that gap was. So yeah, I definitely think we're going to draw to that. But I'm going to mark out 12 a.m. open. And then I also just like to do, I already have the dotted line there. I'm just going to do a vertical line. And I'm going to go down to the 15-minute and wait for 8:30 open to mark out. Okay, so 8:30 open, same thing, I'm going to use the vertical line. Now, after I have this marked out, I always go back to the daily just because I'm still trying to get used to PO3, but if you guys don't know, PO3 is basically if price opens and pushes bullish, then you could anticipate to be bearish for the day, if that makes sense. It's not that simple, but that's basically the basics of it. The other thing is if we are above 8:30 and 12 a.m. open, you should be looking for shorts more often than not. And same thing, if we were below 8:30 and 12 a.m., then you should be looking for longs because you want to buy in a premium and sell at a discount. So let's go to the 15-minute and wait for 9:30 a.m. open to see what happens in the market. So as you guys can see, I didn't have a super clear, I didn't know exactly where price was going to go, but you just have to wait and see what price is giving you. So, okay, so we just took out that short-term high and tapped in that imbalance like I anticipated. Now what I'm going to do is drop down to the 1 minute and look for entries. Okay, so entries for me are after a market structure shift and an imbalance. So I'm going to just mark out these imbalances. And we had a market structure shift here. You could also say there. And what I'm going to do is just go down to the 5 second because I don't want to miss any entries. Okay, so we may tap into this imbalance here. Okay, so we just tapped into it. So what I'm going to do is enter into a short. I hate that I have to put my stop loss this far, but you kind of do. Because if I just put it here, price could come up and say fill this imbalance, right? So really you still have to be strategic with where you're placing your stop losses. So for this one, that's where I'm going to have to put it. And I'll just see how good the risk to reward is. So I'm going to be aiming for just 12 a.m. open here. Okay, so that's like a 1 to 3, so that's pretty good. So let's just see how this plays out. So just before we go, we're above 8:30 and 12 a.m. open. That's why I'm taking a short, right? Like we are above it. We're in a premium, and I'm going to take it down to a discount. So let's go ahead. I'll do 4 positions. Go ahead and sell that. So we're going to be risking 340. Ooh, to make 1200. All right. Let's see how this plays out. I hate how it's like choppy. I wish it was like smooth, but I'm just gonna do it manually. Okay, so that was like pretty quick. And we even went a little further. So that was like, what was that? 9:50 to 10:25. So let's just say like 30 minutes. So that was like a 30-minute trade, 1 to 3 risk reward. That's crazy. Like I would never, and that's the thing, like what amazes me the most about this is like I would never have before been able to predict like, okay, price is gonna go up to here and then we're gonna reverse from there. I was just basically waiting for like a market structure shift, but like didn't know when it was gonna happen, you know? But when you pair everything together, it's actually crazy. I just wanna see how this plays out though. Okay, so we didn't quite hit that yet, and we might not in this session. Okay, so we just filled that gap now, but that's like obviously the next session. But I just want to show you guys this because it's so funny because last week I was literally thinking that like I haven't made any progress yet. I would never be able to take a trade like this, like even just a couple months ago. Oftentimes we just overlook how far we've came and like completely overlook the progress. And like this for me is like major progress. So I'm going to keep working at it, and obviously I still have a lot more to learn, but I just want to share kind of what I've been learning because I know I haven't been updating you guys much on my trading journey. So yeah, this is what I've been learning.